Company Oktoberfest, brewed by Yuengling Son Brewing Company out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Let's give it a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, I've talked about them for a long time. Never got around to reviewing a Yuengling because anybody in this area in the Northeast and stretches kind of across the country in various different spots and locations, Yuengling is a fantastic lager. I love their lager. It's probably my go-to lager if I want one. If you think this is the first time I'm having their Oktoberfest, you're wrong. I've had it before. It's very Yuengling style lager. If you've ever had a Yuengling before, it's not your Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's Yuengling's Oktoberfest. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but for me and for the people in this area, they probably know what I'm talking about. Yuengling has a very distinct lager taste. A very good lager taste. It's slightly on the heavier side, and it's very distinct. This is their Oktoberfest. I feel like it's just their standard Yuengling lager, and they threw just a little bit of spice in it. Changed the color slightly, very, very, very slightly. Almost gave it more of an amber color. However, with this added spices, I feel like Yuengling's slightly on the heavy side when it comes to lagers, which it's a full-bodied lager. This is still a full-bodied lager, but I feel like just with that extra spices, it makes it even a bit heavier, which is my only issue with this beer. This is a fantastic Oktoberfest. This really is. This is a really nice, great tasting Oktoberfest. It's not strong on the spices. It's not too weak. I feel like it's just enough, but because the full-bodied lager is already slightly heavy, it just gives it that extra bit of heaviness, and that's my only issue with this beer. It's kind of a heavy beer. It's not a dark beer by any means. It looks great. The color's great. It goes down smooth, but after it goes down, I feel like I have drank or drunk or drinking Yuenglings all night in the past. I've started early and drank them to 2 a.m. multiple times. However, as I've gotten older, I've realized that the heaviness that the lager that Yuengling makes is kind of a challenge at this age in my life. I'm not old by any means, but I'm not as young as I used to be. Even with this Oktoberfest, this is as much of a great flavor as the lager is, and the spices add to it. That heaviness is, for the third time now, my only issue with this, but it really prevents me from drinking too many of these. My drinkability, I could drink 3 or 4 of these, and then I'd probably have to stop. I'd be like, okay, that's a little too much. I'm probably getting a little bloated by now. However, anybody out there that likes an Oktoberfest beer that's from the Northeast, I feel like they'd probably go to this over Sam Adams or any other Oktoberfest by that means, unless you're like a really diehard craft beer drinker. This is a great beer. I could see guys going out picking up 6-packs or 12-packs of this beer, no problem. Clearly meant for the autumn, the fall months, the autumn drinking. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, this is an 8. This is a nice, solid, great flavored, full-bodied Oktoberfest. Not too much spice, not too little spice. Again, my only issue is the heaviness of this beer. If you're from the Northeast, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, I'm sorry. I wish this beer was more available across the country. When I was in the military, I tried to find it various places, and I did. I was able to find it in North Carolina, and I believe I was able to find it out in California in one location. However, my memory kind of slips me at times, and I don't exactly remember what the exact locations were. However, I do know that it stretches in various places, but Yuengling is starting to become more of a well-known brand, whereas it is brewed locally. It's a few miles down the road from where I live, and it was a kind of a staple. I don't want to use in the phrase when I was growing up, but it's been everywhere in our area because it is a very prevalent company. Yuengling, great company, great beer. Again, this is their Oktoberfest, and I highly recommend this beer. So again, that's Yuengling Brewing Company Oktoberfest. Great beer. Love supporting local. Good job, guys.